Hello guys, today we have a new watch in from Touraine Watches. This is their new Heritage Racer Chronograph. It's a pretty cool mechanical chronograph they released about a couple of weeks ago. I believe it's on sale on their website right now. We'll drop a link down to them in the description below. I have reviewed a few of their watches in the past and they're always of pretty good quality. They ran pretty good and the customer service was always there. They are located in the Carolinas, I believe, and they are a United States brand. Pretty cool watches, and so far pretty decent stuff they've been putting out. But by far this, I think, is the best they have put out so far. Now, I've already taken out the watch, but as you can see, this watch comes with a lot of straps, which is a very good thing. And they all have quick release straps, so you can just swap the straps really quickly. As you can see on the box here, it does state Heritage Racer, and it does state that introducing our newest masterpiece, the Heritage Racing Tachymeter watch, a timeless tribute to the golden era of motorsports inspired by the iconic designs of the 1960s. It's a heritage piece, kind of like a vintage aesthetic to it. It's a mechanical chronograph, which is pretty cool. They're first. And as you can see, you get a bunch of bands with the actual watch. You get this genuine leather kind of racing band, which is actually pretty nice with a black buckle as well. Then you get the Milanese style band, which I tried out, which actually fits the watch very nicely. Gives it some more weight as well, which is pretty nice. Then, of course, you do get your international warranty here, which is valid for 2 years. And then, of course, they created a custom instruction booklet, and well, that spoils it. There's the watch, as you can see there. Shows you how to use the watch. Then you get an extra NATO band as well. And on top of that, you get a spring bar tool, which is pretty cool. So you're getting a lot of stuff in this box. Now the watch I have on the bracelet, and as you can see, this is the watch on the actual bracelet. Now the bracelet does cost more, just keep that in mind, but I must say it is definitely a big upgrade. It makes the watch feel a lot more luxurious, a bit more hefty and solid in my honest opinion there. It fits the watch very nicely, quick release, and a whole bunch of extra stuff on this bracelet. I will get more into that towards the middle portion of the video. But yeah, as you can see, nice vintage styling. It does have a kind of grayish black finish to it, as you can see there. It's more of like a light black, not like deep black, which is pretty cool. And everything is finished pretty nicely, polished on the sides as well. It is all 316L solid stainless steel underneath that coating, which is pretty nice. It is DLC coated, just to keep that in mind, which means diamond-like carbon. I know it's not really going to come off the finishing, unless obviously you smash it against the ground or something. DLC is pretty good there. This watch is $500 US, but there's always 25% off if you sign up on their website. Keep that in mind. You sign up for the newsletter, you get 25% off. The bracelet is a little extra if you want it, but honestly, I think it's a great thing to have with this model. Now, getting some basic dimensions out of the way, we are looking at a case diameter of 42 millimeters across the case there, which is pretty decent for a chronograph. Keeps it very legible, keeps the dial at a nice size so you can read clearly those subdials. In terms of actual case thickness, we're looking at 13.9 millimeters. That's top to bottom, including that exhibition screwed-in case back. In terms of lug to lug, we're looking at 49 millimeters top to bottom. In between those lugs, 22 millimeters. 50 meters water resistant, not one to take swimming. This is more of a land watch. It is kind of, sporty. You can dress it up, dress it down if you wish. Definitely don't take it, immerse it, in the water. Obviously, if you're washing your hands and it gets wet, no issues there. We do get a pull and push crown as well, and piston head style pushers. Nice vintage aesthetic. The owner did say he kind of took some of that from the Speedmaster, which is a watch that he really likes, and obviously it's a very, very iconic watch. We also get that nice tachymeter, which is fully lumed with superluminova, and it is made of ceramic, which is highly polished. We're getting 3 subdials on this dial here. The subdials are a bit recessed there, and we do get your 30-minute countdown for this chronograph, and we get a 12-hour subdial, as you can see. You can tell the hour, which is 1, and then you look at the hour, 1 on the actual dial, and you get your running seconds over here at the 9 o'clock position. We also do get 0360 going around there with fine minute markings, which is pretty nice. Touraine Heritage Racer printed below the 12. The 12 is applied as well as all those markers. It's kind of in like an off-white vintage styling color, which is pretty nice. Then you get a nice hint of red there, which looks pretty nice. And then you get hands there, as you can see, filled with lume as well as all the markers. So this one does have some pretty decent lume on it, which is nice to see on a chronograph. You might be wondering what's actually inside of this watch. This watch does use the Seiko ST1902. Now this one is based off the Swiss Venus 175 movement, which was used in some vintage models way back in the day, and then kind of, they bought the kind of rights to produce the movement in Asia, and they kind of produced these Seiko movements, basically one-to-one of those Venus movements, but obviously in their own factories with their own technology. But yeah, great movements. They do have a 51-hour power reserve. They have 21 joules. They beat at 3 hertz, and they're pretty reliable. Very smooth sweep of the chronograph, I must say. You don't get any lag there when you start the chrono. As you can see, I just started that. You can just stop it. As you can see, it goes right away. Very, very smooth there. Very nice action on these pushers as well, which I did find. And yeah, as you can see, stop and reset. Very, very smooth and nice action there. And you can time up to 30 minutes. If you want to time anything you want, I don't know, be it, timing how far it takes you to get somewhere, or cooking something, or anything of that nature, or if you're timing something on a track or a sporting event, you can do that as well. Stop and reset. Very easy. It is manually wound, so you're going to wind it up until you can't wind it anymore, and you'll feel that pressure. That means you stop winding it. And obviously, you do get one position here, and that is the position to set the time. There's no hacking on this caliber, but yeah, I'm fine with that. Now, the bracelet itself is pretty nice. It has screws on both sides, as you can see here, which is pretty nice. So you have to kind of hold one with a screwdriver, and then you kind of, hold one side and unscrew the other one. They're very reliable, these kind of screws. They're going to keep the bracelet in there very tight. It's not going to come loose. And on the clasp here, you get a nice Touraine signed clasp with 2 buttons that opens up to a custom milled clasp. And you do get a nice glimpse of that case back, as you can see the movement there, which is very, very nice to see. I actually really like how these movements look. And the case back is straight stainless steel polished. It does state some basic specifications there. It's just nice to see all the inner workings of a movement, especially on a chronograph. You can see the balance wheel going off there and all of the gears. I think it looks pretty cool. But the bracelet itself is very nice. Very nice sound when you kind of close it. I don't know why I really like that. But it also does have a quite nice quick adjust feature, as you can see here. So if I get you in a little closer, you can see here, this little button here allows you to adjust the bracelet up and down in increments on the fly. Kind of like what Omega does. So you kind of push this in. If I could get it here on camera. And then it comes out here, as you can see there. I still have some plastic on there, I'm sorry about that. And you can push it in increments, it snaps in and doesn't move. So you want to adjust it on the fly. Sometimes it gets a little hot out and your wrist swells. You can just do that on the fly, adjust it. It's very nice to have, my honest opinion. But yeah, a very, very clean heritage racing style watch. I liked how they did the dial here. It's very legible, very clean, very symmetrical. Nothing looks out of place on here. The actual finishing is fully polished on the sides, as you can see here. Then the rest of the case is pretty much brushed. And this is nicely polished on the sides here, as you can see. And then we get full brushing on all the other portions of the watch, besides that ceramic bezel, of course. Yeah, just an all-around really, really clean chronograph, good for everyday use, civilian use, and kind of would look nice with a suit, and you can also, wear it with a pair of shorts as well. Anyway, I want to show you some of the other bands, how it looks and stuff like that. I want to give you a lume shot as well, because it's pretty cool that they actually lume the tachymeter bezel. And here we go for a lume shot. And as I did state, that tachymeter bezel is lumed, as well as the 12, the hands, the little lollipop on the chronograph hand, and all of the hour markers. Very neatly applied, and it's kind of nice how they put it on the tachymeter bezel. Gives it a nice distinct look. I haven't seen any other actually chronographs with lume tachymeter bezels. Very, very hard to fill this area. But as you can see, it definitely does glow, and you can definitely read it at night. Now on my 6.5-inch wrist on the stainless steel bracelet, as you can see, fits very nicely. Doesn't wear too big across the wrist, and it is quick release as well. And it does look pretty nice, I must say. It doesn't pull hair or anything like that. And I found it pretty easy to adjust with 2 screwdrivers. Now here's how the watch would look on the standard kind of racing style band with the holes in it. Genuine leather. You get a custom signed buckle as well, which is black PVD, DLC, I'm sorry. And obviously you can get a nicer glimpse of the movement when it's on this band as well. Quick release, easy to change. The bracelet comes right off. Let me go ahead and throw this on my wrist. Now straight out of the box, this one was broken in already. You don't really need to break this genuine leather band in. I must say it is pretty comfortable. It kind of gives it that racing look, considering we have that on the actual dial and the whole kind of, watch here with the tachymeter and the 3 sub-dials. But yeah, definitely a good option. This is what kind of standard the watch will come on. Just so you get a glimpse of that. Now, here's the watch on the Milanese style bracelet. This one is actually really, really nice. Gives it a really nice look. This black really goes nice with the case, as you can see there. It matches just perfectly. And also this one adds a little more weight to the actual watch. which I do appreciate. Not that it's a light watch or anything, but you know, it just makes it a little more hefty. I like to always really feel my watch on my wrist like that. But yeah, let me go ahead and throw this one on my wrist. Here we go with this style on my wrist. This one does have quick release also, so no issue there. And we also do get the nice signed buckle as well. Feels very nice. Doesn't really pull hair. Feels very solid on the wrist. Plants itself very nicely on the wrist there. And yeah, I would say after the bracelet, this would be my second option, then the genuine leather. And it also does come with this fabric style band, as you can see, kind of like a Zulu style buckle here with a stripe through it, kind of matching that color on the dial there. Very nice, but I'm really not a fan of fabric style straps. That's just me though. They always fit my wrist kind of weird. I guess it's kind of this lump I have on my wrist, as you can see over here. That's probably why. But it's a decent quality band. I must say the quality is very good. It feels pretty good, pretty sturdy there, and decent hardware as well. So furthermore, guys, I think it's a pretty decent watch for the money. I like the actual design of it. It's symmetrical, simple enough, but not too simple. You get everything you want in a chronograph. We're also getting a sapphire crystal as well. I didn't even mention that because it's so common in watches in this price point. But of course, we do get an air-coated sapphire crystal. Nice little piece of sapphire on this one as well. But yeah, very cool movement. I like the movement. Good choice on the movement, I must say. Get even a little closer so you can see the movement. So you can see, inside the watch what you're getting. Nothing hiding anything there. But yeah, I think it's a pretty decent watch. The quality and cut finish down to all the bracelet and strap options is pretty crazy. Yeah, I think for the price, you're getting a pretty decent watch, like 400 bucks. I don't think you can go wrong. If you're really a bracelet guy and you want a good bracelet with a quick adjust, definitely go for the bracelet though. That would be my suggestion. I just like watches on bracelets. That's just my personal preference. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. As usual, I'll drop a link to Touraine. They have a lot of interesting watches, some more affordable ones as well. Definitely like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.